Hello, and welcome back to the AuPair podcast. Let's jump straight back into where we left off. Also, another element of looking after yourself is not being afraid to treat yourself. When I lived abroad previously, one of the people that I worked with told me that I should always have chocolate in the house. She said, never be without chocolate in the house, because if you ever feel down or you've had a rough day, you can go into the cupboard and you can eat some chocolate. I perhaps took that a little bit too much to heart. I mean, I ate so much chocolate during that year, and I have eaten quite a lot this year, because it is true that it feels like I'm treating myself. And if I've had a particularly strenuous day and I come downstairs to my room and I think I'm tired and I'm stressed and it's only Monday and I've got a whole week of this to do, then I can, sit and watch some TV or read a book and have some chocolate, and it gives me a little bit of a boost. So I always have some snacks in the house. A, that I can eat if I'm a little bit peckish or a little bit hungry and I don't want to go upstairs. And B, that I know will improve my mood. So treating yourself during the winter months is something that I've really focused on. During that time, it can be very easy to slip into the winter blues and to feel low and tired and sad. So it's really important to keep looking after yourself. I struggled a little bit because I had been home for Christmas. I came back here. It was dark, it was cold, it was wet, and there was nothing to excite me anymore. Christmas was gone and I just felt a bit kind of flat. So I made sure I looked after myself. I treated myself to some nice body lotions, to face masks, to help me feel like I was taking care of myself. And this is, you can do so many simple things to feel like you're taking care of yourself. Hot showers, cleaning your room, completing checklists, they all feel like positive actions to keep things going well. Because really, often it isn't the actual result of the action, but the process of doing it that helps you to feel better when you need to pick me up. So the act of taking yourself for a hot shower, okay, you're clean at the end of it, but it's the process of using that time, having time to think, looking after yourself, feeling clean and refreshed, that really can pick your mood up. So, there were still times when I felt a bit sad, but on the whole, winter was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be because I took those steps to treat myself and to look after myself. Now, maybe the key word of this podcast, embrace the familiar. I feel like I've said familiar a lot already. I will say it again. Although a big part of au pairing is to have a new experience, to immerse yourself in a different culture, to push yourself out of your boundaries, that doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice what makes you feel reassured and comfortable. So I watch British TV shows, I read English language books, I listen to English music. This can help me feel connected to my home country and also maybe to what my friends and family are doing. I can ring my mum or my friends and say, I've been watching this program, and they can, we can talk about it. And actually, I find that although I use a lot of English here, my friends speak English, the family speaks English with me, I miss English voices, British voices. I miss the accents that I grew up with and the settings that I see in British shows. So when I watch them, they provide a kind of escapism, and I feel familiar and I feel reassured. So don't beat yourself up for sometimes bringing your own culture with you. Yes, you want to embrace the new and you want to do lots of different things, but you can also just have something familiar as well. Listening regularly to certain music or podcasts can be like a comfort blanket, I have found. I have several albums that I will listen to that I have probably over listened to, because if I'm feeling a bit unsure, or even if I'm not, even just day to day, I think, what should I listen to? And I put that album on because I know that I like it. And that familiarity is also nice. It doesn't necessarily cheer me up straight away if I'm feeling a bit down and I put something on, but it can provide a familiar feeling which can bring some sense of comfort. Podcasts and the radio also can be really nice if you're feeling a bit lonely. So sometimes if it's raining and you haven't got any plans for the day and you're just kind of spending the day by yourself in your room, I like to declutter a little bit, maybe tidy around or sort my clothes or something, and listen to a podcast or listen to the radio. And hearing other voices chatting almost to you is quite nice. It stops you from feeling maybe lonely. So it's something that I have found to be really useful. And if you want to listen to this podcast, here's one ready made for you. So that's the third episode drawn to a close. I really hope that this has helped anyone who's struggling to find a rhythm during this experience, or who is about to embark on the experience and is a bit concerned about how to keep themselves feeling positive and keep their mental health in check. So yeah, hopefully you can take some advice on board. So in the last 3 episodes, I have talked a lot about challenges, difficulties, problems. It might sound a bit negative, but the next episode is going to look at taking initiative and really making the most of all of the lovely free time that au pairs have, and we do have quite a lot. So it will be a bit more positive, a bit more optimistic, and looking at all the things that you can do to enjoy yourself. So tune in to find out how to really make that free time count. Catch you then. Bye.